Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Alina Rudia and I'm a professional photographer. I specialize in travel and portrait photography, and today I will tell you how to take better pictures of people in available light situations. Before we continue, please like and subscribe if you want to see more of my photography tutorials in the future. I've studied photography in Berlin and New York, and like probably every photographer out there, I've experimented with light. I was using natural light sources, I was using flashes, studio equipment, everything. And after a while, I realized that daylight photography is my choice. I like the natural feeling which comes with taking pictures and portraits in available light. Also, I travel a lot, so any kind of extra lighting equipment would weigh me down. Knowing how to use light is essential for portrait photography, and it doesn't matter which camera you use. I'm very sure that you can take better portraits using any kind of camera or even your smartphone. By the way, if you want to learn how to use your smartphone for pictures, please check out my previous tutorial on smartphone photography. So let's go through a list of different light situations and see how you can use this light for your advantage. First of all, let's talk about flat light. Flat light is the light you get on an overcast, cloudy day. In this case, clouds work as a natural softbox and you get an even light with low contrast. Flat light is the easiest to work with for a beginner since all parts of your picture are lit evenly, there is no harsh shadows on your model's face, and if you are a beginner and you rely on an auto mode of your camera, the chances are that the automatic exposure will be correct. Flat light is great for creating business portraits, pictures for your CV, book covers, applications, so all the situations where you need to present human face with no extra distractions in form of a shadow and light play. On the other hand, if you're shooting in such a light situation, a lot of versatility which comes from a light and shadow play is gone, and you get a less dramatic picture. So if you want to get a little bit more creative, then I suggest accentuating the colors of the surrounding or your model's outfit. Pay extra attention to the color contrast between the outfit and the background. Now let's talk about sunny weather. On a sunny day, a lot of photographers consider golden hour the best time to shoot portraits. Golden hour is this golden, beautiful yellowish light which appears 1-2 hours after the sunrise and 3 to 4 hours before sunset. Front light is quite easy to work with, it's the backlight which can get tricky. You can use backlight to create a dramatic effect or a hazy look. I often love to use sprinklers and water fountains in order to create a bouquet element in the background of the picture. Photograph in profile to create side-lit silhouettes and shapes. Direct midday light is definitely the trickiest and the hardest to work with, and I try to avoid it at all costs. If I have to shoot at midday, I either try to use a reflector in order to soften this harsh shadows, or I try to find a place with no direct light, somewhere in the shadow or inside. You can also try to picture a person sideways, so in profile, facing the sun a little bit up. In this way, you avoid this shadow which your nose is casting on your lips and on the lower part of your face. But this is not for everyone, and it is a very specific look which you can use, of course, but it's obviously not for every portrait you take. Use layering and creative shadows to distract attention from the overlit parts of your portrait. So if you're shooting a person with a lot of negative overlit space around them, use greenery in the foreground in order to create a natural frame and distract from that overlit element. In order to soften the midday light, you can use the available light surfaces as natural reflectors. For example, you can place a person in front of a white wall, and in this way, the sun will not directly hit their face, but hit the wall first and then reflect in a more mild and soft way on their face. You can use this trick for outside or also for interior photography. In order to create a more dramatic look and put focus on the person you photograph, use spotlight. Spotlights are usually created in the studio using special lighting equipment, but very often you can find naturally occurring spotlights in the urban or natural environment. It happens when sun rays are piercing through crowns of the trees or architectural elements. I often use these kinds of naturally occurring spots on the walls and surfaces in order to create a frame around my model, light their face, and focus viewers' attention. When shooting indoors, a window light is very often the only available source. Depending on the weather, time of the day, and your position towards the window, you can create different looks. You can use the backlight, the side light, and the front light to achieve different effects. So these were my main tips about using natural and available light in your portrait and people photography. In my personal experience, practice and experimentation are the key elements of improving your photography skills. So take that camera or that phone, get out and take these pictures. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions for the future topics of the tutorials, let me know in the comments. Bye bye!